What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode here. We're going to be live streaming about the market again. Like always, we're going to take a quick look at what's happening around the overall market, and feel free to to ask any questions on any stocks you guys want to take a look at. We can definitely do that. Remember, none of this is advice, as I am not a professional, but I'll give my overall opinions. Let's get started with today's episode. Good morning. So let's see. Give me one quick second. Let me make sure everything is up and running right now. So how are you guys doing today? Anything special you guys want to take a look at right now? I know certain people might be a bit interested in. Give me one second, guys. I just want to make sure I am up. Yep. Okay. Good morning, Fizz. How's it going, man? How's everything? Hope you're having a good day. You're off for Canada Day. Happy Canada Day to all the Canadians. Want to look at the Meta ETF and give your thoughts. Sure, let's take a look at that. I know you were kind of talking about that, Fizz. Meta ETF. I haven't really... Oh, it's by Roundhill. So you know Roundhill is probably one of my favorite ETF people. I've actually followed them before ARK. They're the ones who have like nerds, I believe, subs. They have some pretty cool, or is gamer, yeah, nerd, bets, subs. They have some pretty cool. ETFs for sure. They also have Deep, which is like a deep value ETF. MVP, I think that's more like sports betting. No, that's bets. I forget what MVP is. I guess this has to do with overall sports. Matthew Ball is involved. So let's take a look. Meta ETF. I just want to see what the overall... Is it trading already? Let me just take a quick look at the Meta ETF. Is it up and about? New ETF targets virtual reality and augmented reality. Metaverse and ETF will let you invest in stocks that are the internet of the future. So many people might consider this like ARK has their own internet innovation. I want to compare them against each other, see how they're different. But is this, do you know, Fizz, if it's traded already at a stock price? Doesn't seem like a, maybe let me pull it up here. I think you think today, okay, so yeah, we can see it here, Roundhill. It actually seems to be trading already. Well, I don't know if this is insiders, but it did show that yesterday there was some volume. This could be maybe just the initial people. And today it is also, it seems like it's live right now. Not much to show right now. The stock, it's starting off at around $15. Let's take a look at their holdings. They want to do the following. Let's see, I just want to see. Boom, investors. Let's take a quick look at their investor stack. How many holdings? So 49 holdings. That's pretty. Expense ratio is 0.75, right? That's the normal. It seems like that's what has become the norm when we take a look. And let me zoom in for you guys. Maybe you guys can see better. So the expense ratio is about 0.75. This is what I believe all of ARK's active ETF also charges. So I wonder if it's becoming just like a standard, non-standard expense ratio. It launched yesterday. It said June 30th of 2021 with about 49 holdings. This is going to be the metaverse. It's going to curate the internet. That will be all right. So it's mainly focusing on internet. Let's see. I just want to see what else they're trying to make. The Meta may provide exposure to companies developing infrastructures essential to the metaverse, such as Cloudflare and Nvidia. Makes perfect sense. Gaming engines responsible for the creation of the virtual world, including Unity and Roblox. Makes perfect sense. Pioneers in content, commerce, and social for metaverse, such as Tencent, Sea, and Snap. Makes perfect sense. So let's see. So their top 10 holdings right now. Their top 10 holdings make up how much portion of their overall portfolio. This is pretty cool, right? There might be some investors who don't want to, right, do individual stocks, but they really want to get into this kind of internet innovative market. I want to see that Nvidia makes up about 8% of their portfolio. What's going on, David Becker? You know, it's so weird. Hopefully this doesn't kick me out. Sometimes my calculator breaks on me. So let's just say 7.97 Nvidia, 5.88 Tencent, 5.02 Roblox, 4.38 Microsoft. I'm already liking their list. 3.9 Fastly, 3.84 TWM, Taiwan TSM. What's going on, Angus? So TSM, I want to say, is probably one out of here that I wouldn't say I'm not a fan of. But I think you mentioned it, Fizz, that this one doesn't have Facebook on their top 10 holdings. I actually probably would have traded Taiwan Semiconductor for a Facebook. What else do they have? So that was what was my last one that I added? Was 3.85, which was Taiwan. They have 3.45 on Amazon, about 3.44 on Autodesk. Autodesk is one I have been talking about too that works well with this market. So their top 10 holdings make up about 41% of the overall market. I want to say I actually enjoy this ETF a little bit better than, let's see, ARK's Innovative Internet. ARK Internet. I think it's ARKG. No, it's not ARKG. ARK Internet ETF. It's ARKW. What's going on, Frankie? How's it going? How's everything, Frankie? So I just want to take a quick look at holdings for this one. So here, I mean, it's completely different, right? The other one's kind of more focused on the metaverse, but they are still in like very big. Are you surprised they're so bullish on Fastly? I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm surprised that actually Fastly was more than Cloudflare, the net. That was actually a surprising point. I would have expected them to be more bullish on net. Maybe, Fizz, what they probably see right now is, in the form of price performance, Fastly might provide the best performance in the short term of things. So who knows? Maybe once Fastly continues to climb up, they might actively change that with Cloudflare. But I believe that that's what they're seeing. They probably see better returns right now upcoming from Fastly after the crazy pull down. That they'd rather have that there to kind of increase their exposure. So definitely different. I want to say the metaverse and definitely Roundhill Investments is probably more of my investment style, which is weird, right? Most people will probably see ARKG, would probably believe ARK. But these top 10 holdings, I want to say, are super, super strong for sure. And then you have, I mean, Autodesk, Qualcomm. Some of these stocks I don't have, but I wouldn't be surprised. Nvidia, Tencent, right? I can see why they're bullish here. I want to see what other companies they're in. So Immersion Corp, one I'm not familiar with, IMMR. I might have to take a look at that. Baba here, C Limited there, Apple, IMR, Acami. I know this is Acam, right? Fist, so correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is also another networking, like Fastly and like Cloudflare, right? I believe Acami. Akamai or whatever. Then they have Google, UMC, United Microelectronics, one I haven't heard of either. This is why this is sometimes pretty cool to look at ETFs that might meet your overall how you like to invest. Yeah, it is the largest CDN. That was the word I was looking for. Right, because I found two already. IMMR, I haven't really followed that one, and UMC, I haven't really followed that one either. Maybe I should look into it some more. They have Facebook here. It's a nice 2%. And they have Intel. Again, I do think with Intel, what they're seeing is probably a nice cheap price right now. Able to grab within it better returns in the long term of things, right? They have Sony, they have Snapchat, Take-Two Interactive. I'm actually surprised they have Coinbase here. I wonder if they just believe I can't see how in the metaverse. I'm guessing they believe the metaverse is going to be using a more simple currency and probably expect some form of crypto to be it. I don't want to mean simple. I mean like not defined by a nation. More of just a universal type. I don't know if that makes sense. More of a universal type currency. And I guess they believe it could be a potential cryptocurrency. So maybe that's why they're investing in Coinbase. That's the one that's one I definitely could have a little questioning on. Right, why they have Coinbase. Angus, UMC, also communication from Taiwan, same as TSM. Oh, Angus, thank you, thank you. I might have to take a look at them. Are you in it, Angus? Are you? And any thoughts on that company? Frankie G, did you hear Krispy Kreme is back? The stock opens up today. I'm thinking this might be the next meme stock. No way, they are. I didn't know it was Were they public before, Frankie? Krispy Kreme, man. My wife, a lot of friends, like they go crazy for those donuts. I mean, we barely go out, but when we do, it's like it has to be for Krispy Kremes. They also have Skyworks Solutions. Okay, they have about 1.5% in cash. Aluminum Technologies. For some reason, I believe this is in the LED market. This is one I don't know, and I don't know too much. Anybody familiar with Lumen Technology? What else do we have? Yes, they were public, but they did bad, I believe. Oh, Frankie, so they kind of got delisted. Now they're back at it. They have Texas Instrument, a lot of semiconductors, so very heavy in semiconductors for sure. Avgo, AMD. I'm surprised their AMD exposure is that small. STM Electronics, another semiconductors. They even have the augmented reality Vuzix Corp. I actually just did a video on this company right today. Micron Technology, Samsung, Bilibili, Snowflake, Activision. I'm surprised Take-Two Interactive. I guess they might have more players, and Take-Two Interactive is bigger than Activision. I would expect Activision to, if the metaverse ever hits world, right? Let's say the metaverse comes out in the next 10-15 years. I would expect like a World of Warcraft style game to be super strong. So right, if investing into the metaverse, I can definitely see Activision being a great player there. Imagine just role playing, real life metaversing, role playing, like a World of Warcraft game. Then they have American Tower. This is one I'm not too familiar. Arista Network. I believe this is another CDN. Oh, that's why, Fizz. One of the people involved with this ETF worked on GTA 5 and Red Dead. Those are two games from Take-Two. I know GTA is, right? I'm not sure. Red Dead Redemption, I believe, is too. It's their two biggest games, right? Right, Fizz, Take-Two, and for Take-Two. They also have Disney. Makes sense. Bentley. I've heard Bentley is really moving into technology of wise. I don't really follow that one, but that's pretty impressive. And then they also have some paying ones. They have Square, PayPal. This is just an insult. No, I'm not gonna lie. This is just an insult. They have 0.05% on Huya. Like, who even does that? Another one is Ericsson. I'm not too familiar with Ericsson either. But again, this is pretty cool, right? I get some new stocks I can take a look at, and the ETF seems pretty cool. Let's say I wasn't investing. And I just wanted to buy. Let's say I wasn't actively investing and I just wanted to buy ETFs. This would probably be one of my favorite ETFs that they have. And in general, just because of my type of market, of the market I invest. So it would probably be Meta from here. I would also probably get ARK, their main ETF, RKK. But I do believe more of the ETFs from here I enjoy. I would definitely get Nerds, subs as well in the streaming ETFs. So I mean, I do think they have a lot of big people here, but who knows? I might try to shoot my shot and try to get one of their analysts to come in and talk to me. I know there's some of them that are pretty active on Twitter. Who knows? I'll try to shoot my shot. Right? What's the worst that can happen? I really do enjoy their ETFs and the markets that they're hitting. So what else is going on, guys? Feel free to let me know right now. What's the market up to? So Fizz, do you like it? I mean, I thoroughly do enjoy it. If anything, like for my brother's account, maybe if I'll talk to my parents. I know they like to get into like the overall ETF market, and sometimes they try to get into the growth stocks I'm in. That might be an ETF on there that I would probably talk to them about too. It seems pretty cool. But right now, what we have Dow up 0.2%. We have Nasdaq pretty much flat, and we've got the S&P at 0.3%. Are we still waiting on news? I thought it's pretty crazy that the a nice alternative to QQQ or ARKW for sure. Agree. I think it's a little less. I think it's right in between those. Right. I feel like QQ might be a little less volatile, but a little less gains in the long term of things compared to ARKW. Right, I think RW is probably a little bit more volatile, but could have potential more risk. Not more risk, more rewards. I would feel like Meta would probably be the one in between there, right? I feel like it might not be as volatile as ARKW, but it might not be as, even though ARK QQQ moves pretty good, it might be a faster mover than QQQ. So David Becker, and cheaper too, right? I think it's starting at $15. It could definitely open up a nice 100 shares, start selling some options, if anything, on it too. It's definitely, ETFs are pretty a nice way to make different forms of income. But is there anything that we're waiting for in the market today? I do believe I did have it here, right? The U.S. Weekly jobless claims report came out. So I'm surprised the market isn't really, it's still kind of stalling, right? Dow is 0.2, NASDAQ is down 0.07. We got the S&P 500 up 0.2%. So nothing happening here. If we take a look at the map, I can already see where we're seeing a lot of green, and that's energy. I wonder what kind of energy. Energy and oil is what's really, let's see, energy and oil seem to be really green. It seems to be like an oil day for sure. So congratulations, I guess, to anybody who invests in there. What else do we see? Micron Technologies is down about 5%. This is one I want to take a look at. Their earnings, they just reported earnings yesterday. I don't know if you guys are familiar. Micron Technology, they're one of the first companies to really do earnings. So they can give us insights of how the market is acting on the second quarter. So Micron, I think I might do a video on them later on. And guys, while you're here, make sure to hit the thumbs up. It really does help with the overall channel. And I do appreciate it. But we see Micron Technology is down 4.6%. Probably pretty interesting. Next we have Nvidia, right? Nvidia is still killing it, $800, over $800. The semiconductor industry is definitely taking a bit of a hit, right? We have AMAT down, we have LRCX down, so the overall semi market definitely seems to be taking a hit. What else do we see? Anything major right now? Not that I see. The gaming market is also down today. So let's see, let's take a quick look at my overall portfolio. Let's see what's happening. So Magnite is doing great. It's up about 5%. I think it had a day yesterday. Sorens is up 2% after. See, this is why I talk about overall extension, right? I've looked at it, and when I was talking to Sorens, I saw at 120. I was excited. But pullbacks tend to happen. It's not a guaranteed, and obviously it's right now it's still sitting at prices higher than when it was overextended. But now things are looking a bit better for Sorens, happy 2%. Nothing really crazy in form of red. What do we have that's red today? We have Mogo is down 3%. We have Skills down 3% as well. Space is down almost 3% again. Roku and Unity are down about 2% each. So again, a lot of these stocks have kind of seen quite a run up recently. Unity for sure, right? Unity finally broke over that 100 and is treating me right. Roku, right? Overextended. A lot of these seem to be overextended right now. Again, this doesn't mean the stocks will go down. I just believe the risk is a little bit higher right now. AMD still killing it though, but it's down 1.2%. I definitely have to take a look at that Micron earnings. It seems that they might have affected the overall semiconductor market to some extent. So Frankie, what's going on? Looks like Neo is pulling back a little. I want to add more. Maybe now is a chance. Let's take a quick look. Let me just show. I know Neo reported today right there their numbers. They kind of went a little bit above guidance, which was pretty good. I'll probably do a video. I knew I was supposed to do a video on the EV market. Didn't end up doing it yesterday. People ended up voting for two stocks instead. Shocker. But maybe I might hit Neo. But first thing I'm looking at Neo in my time frame, definitely a bit of overextension from its moving averages. That doesn't mean the stock price will pull down. It's just a possibility, right? The risk of it is a little bit higher at the moment. You can see, right? It's overextended for numerous times before it finally pulls back, but it's still it's still at a better price than when it was overextended. So overextensions doesn't guarantee anything. So let's see what else. I'm really excited about that ETF. for sure. So let's see, is there any stocks you guys want to take a look at today? Feel free to let me know. What else do we have here? Anything? Let's see stock tweets. Anything trending on stock tweets? And let's see the U.S. government. So weekly jobless claim total new hits new pandemic era low. New pandemic era low of 364,000. The overall estimate was 390,000. Okay, so a lot better than that. This was the lowest total in COVID pandemic era as job market continues healing. What I want to really see is not initial claims. Are these are actual claims or are these initials? These are weekly jobless claims. We'll probably take a look at this later on. But what else do we have? Anything trending in the market right now? Wish isn't making me rich. That's insane. I wish Wish makes you rich. BMO hikes Nvidia's price target to $1,000, a Wall Street high. Man, these people are watching my videos too much. DD stock jumps 12% day after modest market debut. Space company Astra begins trading on NASDAQ with goal of daily launches. That's impressive. I'm not in the space market. I don't know if any of you guys are, but it does seem like the space companies are coming out. I don't know. Everybody just kind of watch my videos. This is the only thing. It's the only possibility. They started watching my videos, saw how bullish I was in Nvidia, then they went out. People pricing. See, that's my biggest fear. Fizz, for sure. People pricing in ARM's acquisition. I think that's such a bad mistake. I do believe there's a chance of it happening, but I'm still leaning that there's more of a chance not happening. Hopefully I'm wrong. If it does happen, it would be amazing. It would definitely take Nvidia to a whole new level. But I hope people aren't really pricing it in. But we can see Nvidia is still killing it. What is it at today? Sitting at $807. It hit a high of 818 today. That's pretty impressive. I think it was today. Yep, today it hit that high. But right now we can see crazy overextension. And one of the things I'm not too happy about, for sure. I do think if this pulls back, it will pull back hard. But I'm not gonna try to time the market or anything. Anything else happening? Cohen says buy Netflix on first half dip. Expect subscribers to top forecast. AMD. Oh, David Becker for sure. Roblox to pop again. Let's take a quick look at Roblox. What is Roblox doing today? Roblox is down 3.6%. I saw the overall gaming market is down today. I wonder why. Are people worried that since lowest jobless claims, more people are going back to work, and they're gonna play less games? I don't understand what could be happening right now, because I think Activision is down today. Activision is down 1.3%. Take-Two Interactive is down. It's actually up 0.72%. What else do we have? Any other gaming stocks? TVI, Take-Two, Sendoi, down 0.25. So I mean, Roblox still killing it, right? It's up a nice amount. AMD is gonna return more from now until the end of the year. You know, Fizz, I keep saying that. I agree with you in that sentiment. I keep saying that. I feel because I keep saying that the market is gonna prove me wrong, and it's gonna show me that Nvidia is actually gonna be the biggest returner from now until the end of the year. Regardless, doesn't matter which one happens. If either of them become the better performers, I'm happy in my portfolio, right? So it doesn't really affect me too much. Jose, what do you think about market crash option in the next month? Don't you think it's inevitable after extreme 2020 uptrend? I mean, I don't. It could happen. I'm not what you call a mega bull, right? I don't believe the market will always go up. I'm more of a person who understands that the market goes down and it goes up and it goes down and it goes up. But I believe it will go up a lot more than it goes down. So it might go down hard, it might go down fast, but overall it's gonna go up better. So if we take a look, I mean, 2020 was a great year for sure for the market after that run up. But you can see, I mean, this trend has been here for the past 5 years. Even if we take a look at it, I can't believe Google doesn't have a 10-year frame. Maybe something, but I'm pretty sure the 10-year frame pretty much looks like that as well. A nice, let's see, right? Since 2009, it's been at a steady climb. So I feel that everyone, I mean, people are now saying after the 2020 uptrend, how about after the 2016 uptrend? How about after the 2017 uptrend? How about after the 2018 uptrend? Right? It's always a reason why the stock market is going to go down. There was such a heavy uptrend before. I'm not saying it's not possible. We 100% can see a big pull down. I'm not here to time the market, because if I would have tried to time it in 2018, if I would have tried to time it in 2019, if I would have tried to time it in 2020, if I would try to time it now, I probably would be in not the type of gains that I have. So if you are worried about something like that, then it might be smart to have some cash, to not invest as much as you want, right? I don't think that's the smartest thing. I think everybody has their own risk and risk tolerance and emotions when it comes to investing. I feel like I would be more emotional not investing, just because of all the gains I'm gonna miss out on. And then obviously, if market does crash or goes down, I have cash ready at hands to just load the trucks on whatever stocks I want to. So it's definitely, I think everybody has their own financial life. Everybody's financial life is different. Everybody has to understand what makes them comfortable, right? So for me, sure, and the downtrend could happen. When? Not sure. How much? Not sure. Biz, I love being fully invested. 100%, man. And it all depends, right? Everybody, different age group. Maybe someone retiring in the next 2 years, the next 3 years, it's a whole different emotion or different story, right? It's just makes different sense to not be fully invested or not be fully invested in growth stocks and stuff like that. So I understand different ages, different financial reasons, different goals in the next 5 years can determine what you feel in the market. Jared really believes this BBY is gonna go to the moon. He's been in it pretty long, I see, but it's actually down 1.5%. I think it's going back to Earth. Right now, it made a U-turn. It is making a U-turn and pulling back down. But what else? David Becker, not sure people going back to work when it seems people need workers in a lot of places. David Becker, for sure, right? I've gone to a few places, restaurants and stuff like that. And it seems like they're pretty, a lot of these places are understaffed, from chefs to waiters, workers at some of the stores. They're not even shelved properly because they don't have enough workers to shelf. So a lot of people, there's still a lot of places that need work. Everyone go and buy a blender. Help Jared out. Yeah, that's true. I still have like a $50 gift card from Bed Bath and Beyond. I think I got for my when my wife and I got married a few years ago. Maybe we should go use that to help Jared out. But I think that might have already been included in them, right? I think that's already a form of cash in their balance sheet. So I don't think it would help out much. That, and of course the supply chains probably are not helping, for sure. That is also true, right? There's always a step deeper, right, David? Always a step deeper of what's happening. So does anybody want to take a look at any stocks? Let's take a quick look at what's trending. One of the things that is trending right now, Micron Technology, right? This is one I definitely want to take a look at. Maybe if you guys don't mind, let's take a look at their earnings slideshow. I feel like we can learn so much from it. It's probably one of my favorite earnings to look at. Investors presentation. And we can see what exactly happened. So view presentation. So this was Q3 of 2021. I can't believe, man, we're already in July, right? It's insane. I went to McDonald's 2 weeks ago. They were so damn busy with online orders and understaffed. All I bought was a medium Coke and it took them 10 minutes to serve it. Staff seemed stressed. Insane for sure, right? I mean, why would you go to Coke just to order a medium Coke, though? I mean, why would you go to McDonald's just to order a medium Coke? um, but what was I gonna say? Right. I mean, some of the fast food places, right? I know Chipotle, like it was bad before. I actually stopped going just because how annoying it is now. But I would place an order online. I would go during my destination time, like my set time, and I would still have to wait like 30, 40 minutes. Most of the times, like my wife and I would just say, screw it, get a refund because it was just taking forever. Um, so, definitely screw Chipotle. I was on a walk and thought it would take 10 seconds. Makes sense. Makes sense. So highlights. I really just want to take a look at their market. So what are they saying about the data center? Memory and store in the data center, memory and storage is becoming an increasing portion of service bill of material cost. Let's see, data center DRAM revenue grew quarter over quarter, driven by strong demand from cloud customers and increase in module density. All right, so I after seeing this, I'm gonna predict the following. AMD and Nvidia are gonna have another strong quarter this year, because if data center DRAM revenue is growing, they just don't need memory. They need graphics cards. They need processors. So I do believe it's going to be another strong quarter for AMD and Nvidia. Data center SSD bit shipments and revenue grew quarter over quarter, driven by both cloud and enterprise. Again, very similar to what I just mentioned with the DRAM. They're seeing right. They need DRAM. They need regular memory as well from SSDs. They're going to need those processors. They're going to need the graphics cards. Data center demand expects to be strong in the second half of 2021. All right, so I'm big bull. I'm definitely still a big bull in the data center market. And this means that I would probably expect other companies that are within that data center to do well. Any type of clouding type software company is probably seeing strong numbers. Now let's take a quick look at the DDRAM 5 came out last year. Usually new gens cost a bit of a bump. That's true. Very, very true, right? That's definitely cash cost a new bump. Very similar to just like AMD just released the 3rd generation of their data center processors. Nvidia always releases new versions of their graphics cards, right? That new generation causes a bit of a bump. So PC graphics, upfront initial cost to produce, then they can charge more the next couple of years. PC graphics, PC industry expectations for the CY calendar year of 2021. PC unit demand growth have increased to the high teens, driven by robust notebook sales and recovery in the desktop market. So I do think we're gonna like companies. It's good, right? This kind of shows us stores like maybe Best Buy are gonna be doing strong numbers, right? Because we're seeing strong growth in laptops, now seeing strong growth in desktop markets. Again, now this is kind of more hitting the DIY market or the consumer based increase. This is again very bullish for who? AMD, Intel, Nvidia. Definitely those markets for sure. What else do we see? Maybe even Microsoft, right? Microsoft, even though it's a small portion, but more Windows platforms out there. An increase in subscription probably. Achieve several customer qualification for their first alpha. That's not alpha. I forget what that is. Based DDR4 products across various PC platforms. Graphics. Bit shipments increased quarter over quarter and year over year, driven by strong next-gen game consoles and graphics card shipments. All right, so again, who is this telling me? AMD and Nvidia. Big bull here. Unfortunately, a lot of these stocks have kind of run up right now. So some of it could have been priced in already, which is which is the real thing. That's the real, I want to say the hardship of investing. How much of it has been kind of priced in already. New RAM is only every 7 to 8 years. Oh, real? I wasn't too sure of this. That's the DRAM memory is not one I really follow to to that extent. I just know it's needed. I don't know how often their life cycle is. Fastly Net, cloud, SaaS companies, security companies, for sure. Fizz, right? If they're seeing an increase in cloud data centers, right? So who uses these cloud data centers? Companies like Fastly, right? Fastly has numerous of customers within them. If Fastly is requesting more power, then that means the providers or the companies they provide their CDN services to are also requesting more services. So overall, it does seem good for the overall software market, SaaS companies, security companies. The real question, right, Fizz, is how much has it been priced in? Next, the other thing, let's see, mobile achieve MCP quarterly revenue. I'm not sure what MCP stands for. Maybe someone can Google that for me. Mobile unit sales expect to show healthy growth this year, driven by an expected doubling of 5G units in calendar year of 2021 to more than 500 million. The auto, this is going to be the third consecutive record revenue quarter, driven by continued manufacturing recovery and increase of LPDDR4 in vehicles, infotainment, and drive-ins. So now what do I see, right? In the auto industry, who comes in mind? Cerence. That is probably the big one that comes in mind when I see this, right? More infotainment, more licensing deals for Cerence and stuff like that. So definitely pretty cool. I'm happy with how the market is doing right now. I'm happy with how my stocks might perform in the upcoming quarter. So I'm happy for Nvidia. I'm happy for AMD. I'm happy for some cloud companies. I'm also going to be happy for my Cerence. So, and look, this is why Micron Technologies earnings are so amazing, really amazing, because they just help us. They help us understand how the industry is expected to grow. So I'll probably do a video on this later on for those that missed it. But one I enjoy a lot. So what else do we have? Anybody else want to take a look at something? Anything they want to take a look at? Let's see. Any major changes right now? Nothing crazy happening in the market still. Cerence is up 2.2%. Disney up about 1%. Let's see. I did do my weekly purchases today. I bought 2 stocks. Feel free to join the Discord channel if you guys want to see for my weekly investments. David Senga. Let's take a quick look at Senga for sure, David. So first, let's do CNGA. Stock price, right? I do feel this is the gaming market, David, has been pretty quiet recently. Have you seen all of the recent Gravity releases and rankings? Can't catch a break. I have not, Fizz. I'm gonna have to check those out. Gravity is one I wanted to add on last week. I didn't put it in my top 4. Who knows? Maybe I might put it on this week's top 4 that I'm planning on buying. So first thing, right, David, definitely not overextended. You can see since it hasn't really moved much, taking a nice pull down from its highs, sitting at $10.61. Right now, not overextended. I would be happy where it's at. Let's take a quick look at valuation metrics, right? So this is Senga. Let's take a look at price to sales ratio. Let's take a look at EV. I don't know if they are profitable, but EV, and let's do panel per financial metrics. Going to say it is hovering. Open image. So first, if I'm taking a look at Senga's EV to EBITDA forward ratio, the first thing I'm seeing is it's kind of sitting on its average, right? It's very volatile. It's right in between its peak, its top peak, and its bottom peak. Or what is bottom peak called? Or it's bottoming out. So it seems to be right in the center of that. So the stock, I would say, is neither undervalued or overvalued in form of this valuation metric. It seems to be more averagely valued. Senga, if we take a look at price to sales ratio, I want to say the same thing, right? It's kind of sitting around 3.6, nowhere near its peak, nowhere near its bottom, but a little bit, but it's sitting right where it seems right in the middle. So this one seems to be just perfectly priced, right? It seems like it's waiting for some news, something to ignite it. This is not the one that's being bought out by Activision, by EA Games, right? Which one? Glue Mobile is the Riz Fizz. Thank you for the support, man. Welcome to the bullish member of Jose. It means a lot, man. Appreciate it. Now, if we take a look a little bit longer in terms of things, obviously gaming stocks have taken a nice ride right now because they become just more popular. Their brand awareness have come to light during this whole COVID situation, obviously they're worth a bit more than they were in early 2020. So that's definitely for sure. I know Singa, if we take a quick look at the company here, they are expected to grow at strong levels, 9.2%. That's pretty strong for a gaming company. If we take a look, they are profitable in cash flow from operations, so that's a great thing. If we take a look at their financial health, they have about $1.4 billion in cash and about $1.3 billion in debt. The only thing I would say, I wish that balance sheet was a little bit better. They are positive in cash flow from operations, but I would have wished they'd be a little less leverage. I had to wait for the growth to come down a bit since I'm always short. So true, right, Fizz? That's the short, man. Whenever market's short, you just throw money. No wonder you went to McDonald's yesterday. What's your opinion on GBTC? Honestly, Sue, I'm not too familiar with it. Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. Is this just a way to buy Bitcoin without buying it from a crypto market? From the crypto market? Is that what GBTC is? Is this just 100% equity on Bitcoin? Is that how their portfolio runs? I mean, it's definitely an interesting way for those that don't want to, like, if that's it, if I'm wrong, correct me already. But if that's it, then it's definitely an interesting way to get into Bitcoin if you don't want to go through the other ways of like opening a wallet and stuff like that. But remember, with stuff like this, risk is pretty much MSTR, yes, MicroStrategy, right? It's pretty much that too. But I want to say something like this is good if maybe you don't want to go into opening up a wallet, going with all these crypto exchanges, getting like a MetaMask and all stuff like that. At the end, you don't get all the perks of Bitcoin, right? With Bitcoin, you actually own it, especially if you go through these other cryptocurrencies. You're able to put it in your own wallet and stuff like this. Here, I just don't know how it really would work. And here, I'm pretty sure, like Fizz says, you only are able to trade it over during market hours. Maybe as a long-term investor, that really doesn't matter. But Bitcoin and a lot of cryptos tend to be very, very volatile, especially during the weekends and during closing market hours, right? So if you're one that really deals with that volatility and wants to buy up and down from it, then it might not be the best way to go around it. But if you want to just get exposure, maybe in the long term of things, and don't want to deal with your own wallet, with your own MetaMask, with your own everything else, this might be the best way around it, right? Or around that. So it depends, right? It comes with its own negative cons, but it also comes with its pros, right? You could just purchase it from your main account. So guys, I do have to jet out. I'm going on to Clubhouse in about 13 minutes. So I just got to prep for that real quick. I appreciate you guys coming in. Fizz, happy Canada Day. I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys have a great day today. And everybody else, yep, thank you guys for coming in, for the support. It means so much, guys. Take care, and I'll catch you guys with a few videos today, maybe 2 videos today. So have a good day, and feel free to join the Discord channel if you guys have any questions.